Hold on, guys. Hey, good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Sunday night edition of Into the Night with Sean Kelly. How is everybody doing? I'm doing kind of great. I was watching a little bit of the Super Bowl, and I guess San Francisco's winning 10-0. I'm not sure. So anybody out there in the whole world, if you don't have access to the Super Bowl, I will say that the 49ers are beating the Kansas City Chiefs 10-0. Um, Also, want to tell everybody that my show is on UPR and Talk Radio, 105.3 Mississippi, 107.7 New Orleans. This Tuesday coming up, I have a guest from the In Between Paranormal, and we are going to talk about paranormal unity. I am her friend on TikTok, and I look at her TikToks all the time, and you know what? Seems like a very legitimate paranormal investigator with a very legitimate paranormal team. Couple more things. Just want to make a couple shout outs here to my friend Virginia. And she has a YouTube show, Virginia's Seeing Through the Veil. It's on YouTube. She does readings. She's pretty good there. She has guests on sometimes, and so if you friend her, you know, Virginia Lanigan's her name. There it is. There she is. Hello, there's Virginia, seeing through the veil. That's who you need to, type in Facebook and go to her YouTube page is what you need to do, because she has a great show. Then the show coming after me at 9:10 Eastern Time from California. It is my friend Sean Hazlitt, and his show is Through a Glass Darkly, and with Sean Hazlitt. Great to see you too, Virginia. So that Through the Glass Darkly with Sean Hazlitt. His show comes right after my 9:10 Eastern Time. So I have a really cool show with you for you guys tonight. Got my brother back on again. He was really cool about it. Thank you very much, Virginia. Thank you for the compliment. And I got my brother back on tonight, and I guess we're going to talk about horror stuff, or, who knows when I have my brother on what we're going to be talking about. So sit back, enjoy. I also want to thank everybody who is not watching. She loves you, Patrick. Virginia does. I want to thank everybody who's not watching the Super Bowl for tuning into the show tonight. And we can go on from there. And without further ado, my brother, Patrick Kelly. Hey, bro.
Hola, que pasa to all my French-speaking family.
Okay, and yeah, Virginia says that you are, she loves your brother, she loves you, and he's hilarious.
Can I ask Virginia a question?
Yes, go ahead. Ask Virginia a question.
All right. About a month ago, I was doing deliveries for my job, and it's a quick right up and down the highway, no more than probably about 45 minutes to an hour. I told Sean about this, but I was gone 3 hours, and I don't remember being gone 3 hours because I got the phone call asking where I was at. Now, Sean brought up an interesting point about that. He said it was the Matrix, or what did you say, Sean?
It was like a time lapse. It was a time lapse.
And has Virginia ever felt that?
I don't know. Virginia, Cindy, have you ever heard about that, gone through a time lapse? I I tell you what, I will share a little bit with you. Now, me and my brother, we go to the veteran hospital over in Oakland, Pittsburgh. And whenever I go over there, they have a 6th-floor garage. She has heard of that, Pat. And I always try to park close to the elevators, and I usually do. Well, what happened was I remember parking in front of the elevator and on the 3rd floor near the elevator. When I came out of my doctor's appointment, I couldn't find my car, Pat. And I went up 2 or 3 levels, walking the park. You know how that garage is, right?
Yeah.
Going up and down, and I even on the keys. On the key, you got the emergency thing where you can sound off your alarm. And what happened was I did it. I could hear the alarm, but I could not see my truck. I'm like, wow. So, and it's funny because I passed it a couple times. I saw my truck there with the light going off at the next level down. And I just couldn't get down here to get to it. I was getting really, really frustrated. So I believe that I went into another dimension, okay, to where I was in one place, but in a different, like, kind of time zone. Cindy Simpson says, I have heard of it, but never experienced it. But yeah, I know what you're coming from, Pat, and Virginia's has heard about it, where you're there, but you're not there. Or how about people who actually get into their cars and they start driving, right? And they end up in another place 100 miles away from where they were supposed to go. I have read stuff on people. So yeah, I'm sure that you probably time traveled or some kind of time lapse of some sort. I don't know. It's pretty interesting. I'd have to study a little bit more about it and look up some stuff about it. But you know what? Hey, I don't know. There's so much craziness going out there in the world now, brother, that God only knows what's happening.
Excellent. Hi, Virginia.
You have to say hello to Cindy too.
That's who. Damn, you are psychic. That's who I was just going to say hi to next.
Oh, really?
Wow. How did you know I was going to say hi to Cindy, dude? I don't know. You psychic, man.
No,
you're good.
I told you to say hello to Cindy.
No, but I was going to, but you, I don't know. Okay. You knew I was going to. You top notch.
Yeah. You're a psychic too, of the psychos. Yeah. You're a psychic psycho, is what you are.
Nice. So, let's just say you wanted to talk about horror movies. Now, I'm going to pose a question. What horror movies are better back in the boomer times, Gen X, millennials? Who has the best horror movie genre?
The boomers, dude. Boomers, the old-time horror movies. Okay,
the ones in the black and white.
Yeah, Lon Chaney, Bela Lugosi, the werewolf, the vampire, Frankenstein. Did you know something? I got to tell you this. You know about Frankenstein? Frankenstein wasn't the monster.
No, he was the doctor.
It was the doctor. I did not know that. He likes to bust your balls. Yeah, he does bust my balls every now and then, Virginia. But you know what? Two can play that game. And there's my buddy. I'm going to call you Miss Nolan. Okay, Nolan, because I cannot pronounce your first name. And you were here for the first time. I thought you were here a couple of weeks ago. But again, just welcome to my show. I appreciate it.
See, he came to see me, Sean. You know that. I'm just
why? Why did he see you?
Because I'm freaking awesome. I am totally awesome. I'm on an awesome scale. I'm in like 16 dimensions ahead of y'all. All right. So I'm just coming back to this dimension to let you guys know that whoever listens to your show is freaking awesome because I'm recognizing the awesomeness.
How awesome are my people, Patrick? Since you're
Totally
16.
awesome. Undescribable awesomeness.
Uh-huh.
If there was a cult of awesomeness, this would be it.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. See, Miss Nolan says, just call me Rose instead. Okay, Rose. Her name's Rose. Where are you from, Rose? If you like to tell us where you're from, that would be pretty cool. But yeah,
Or we can be
oh,
like the old America Online, ASL, age, sex, location. Remember?
oh
Little
yeah.
dial up.
Oh, AOL, man. Oh my God, that was so old back then. It was funny. I think the Gen Xers are really good to that. Oh, you're from Dublin. Oh, that
Oh,
is
shit.
cool. She's from Rose. Rose is from Dublin. You know
Nice.
what, Rose? We have family over in Galway. I have cousins over in Mayo, County Mayo. Oh yeah, we got family over there. I've been to Ireland a couple times, and
We can actually
I
get
love it
Irish
over there.
citizenship.
Yeah, my mom got it. Now we're gonna go. Me and my brother are gonna get a dual citizenship for Ireland. It's beautiful over there, and it's really cold. We got family over there. You know what I mean?
Okay,
Um,
so ask your peeps out there, what is their best horror show that they like from any era?
oh, okay, Virginia, Cindy, Rose. Um, what is your favorite horror movies?
And
That's
why?
okay, and why? He wants to know why. But back to the old time, Lon Chaney. My God, what an actor! And what was really cool about it? Excuse me, was back then they weren't scary. You know what I mean? Um, it wasn't like the horror flicks you got today, more 10, 15 years ago. All right. It was just the black and white, the music, the actors, the actresses. I mean, those are, to me, the most legitimate horror movies ever gone. Then what came along? Friday the 13th, you know, and then
Jason.
And then you got Halloween coming in, and it was crazy. I Rose loved the Exorcist film.
The original
Virginia,
one? Yes.
yeah, the original Exorcist movie was the best. What they got coming out now, Rose. I don't even watch it. You know what I mean? Reason being, I hate when they remake movies. You know,
Yes.
Virginia likes. She used to love Vincent Price. Good choice. Cindy was the first Pet Cemetery.
Now
Everybody
that
out
was
there.
scary to me. You know what? One scary movie, I actually had watched it with the lights on, and I called mom during the movie, was the first Resident Evil.
Oh, oh
I
my God,
watched
yeah.
that, and I had all the lights on, and I had to call mom during the middle of the movie.
Um, Resident Evil. Everybody out there. Virginia also likes The Conjuring. Well, I have my thoughts on that, Virginia. It's a movie, but the book was better, I do believe. My my bro turned into a ghost. He's no longer there. Yeah, here he is. But you want to hear something pretty cool, everybody? Here in Pittsburgh, the very first zombie movie was filmed, maybe about an hour away from where we live. Was the Night of the Living Dead. That was it. I mean, that is a Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I mean, that's the history. So, uh,
And a bit of useless information. When they were eating the people, it was actually Brunchwagger.
yeah, yes, and it was filmed in black and white. People who are listening from Pittsburgh, they had Chili Billy Cardilli. Okay, Rose says, "Have you ever seen Annabelle's film? Any of you guys?" You know what? I haven't. I have not. I have not, Rose. I'm sorry.
I have. I think it. Yes, Sean does not like dolls.
I don't. I don't like dolls. I mean, I can go to the most haunted, demonic house out there. Go in and see what's going on. But you put me in a room full of dolls, or you put me in a room full of clowns, ain't gonna happen. I'm not gonna go in. I'll run away. But Annabelle, Rose, not so much. I, I, I mean, I'm at the crossroads with Annabelle um, and The Conjuring too. That's for another show. This is Sunday night, and it's a happy, a lot of people almost. I don't really. I have doubts on Ed and Lorraine Warren. Okay, um, like I had a show about a couple months ago. If you can write a book, you know, I mean, and make a regular movie, scary movie about it, you can. You know, I have read some of Ed and Lorraine's stuff, and it's just a typical investigation. I mean, but when it's like you can take a situation or a place and then you can make it so damn scary, and I don't know, it just wasn't. I just have a problem with it, and you know what, that's me. But like the Night of the Living Dead, um that was all, it was real. I mean, sure, like Patrick said, that the intestines were Brunschweiger and stuff like that. It was real. It was shot real. There was no book written on it. They just did a film on it. And then they had the movie The Dawn of the Living Dead, and that was filmed out in Monroeville at Monroeville Mall. And again, it got ridiculous. It just seems to me, whenever you try to remake a movie of some sort, um, when you try to remake a movie, it just ruins it. The second and the third movies that they try to put out. Now, if you had a trilogy, that might be a different story. Rose says, "Have you guys ever been on any haunted location?" From Rose. Yeah, Rose. I've been on many, many, many locations. My favorite one, honestly, is Gettysburg. I mean, that's Gettysburg. Um, if I can suggest to you, Rose, uh, Google it, and it was our Civil War back in 1863, where the Northern Army and the Southern armies were fighting each other, just like they have over in Ireland. Your brother's awesome, Patrick. But Rose, you know how it was when the Northern Ireland were fighting the Southern Ireland. It was kind of like the same way, but it wasn't fought over religion. It was fought over other different things. So if you remember the IRA and all that over there, it will kind of give you an idea of what was going on during the Civil War. What do you think of trilogies, Pat?
As long as they stick to the same story and not come in and change different actors and stick to the same storyline. Anything over 3 movies, like Friday the 13th, Part 18, or or what is it, Nightmare on Elm Street. If they stick to the 3 movies, that's fine. But if they go beyond that, they're just jumping the shark.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not right. And then in like the Batman movies, all right, now how many different Batmans have been there?
There's a lot of Batmans,
yeah. But that's just me. If it's going to be a trilogy, just keep it to 3.
But 3 different books, 3 different movies, but on the same type. I do believe I know, like for Gettysburg, there's like a trilogy on that one. The Last Full Measure was the first one, then the Book of Gettysburg, and there was another one. Rose says, "How are you guys keeping?" What do you mean, Rose? How are we keeping? I don't know. If you can explain that, my friend, please do. But yeah. So what was your favorite vampire movie, Patrick?
Oh, that's a tough one. Love at First Bite was pretty decent. Scary. I mean, they're all good. I mean, Vampire in Brooklyn, Eddie Murphy was pretty decent. Other ones, I really don't know because I don't have a specific. Oh, John Carpenter's.
John Carpenter's?
Yeah, his vampire movie. I like that. I'm a Blade fan.
There you go. That's
the original with Wesley Snipes.
Wesley Snipes. Yes, that was a good. Rose says, "Are you keeping well, guys?" Yes, we are. Thank you for asking.
Yes, we are.
Thank you for asking, Rose. I hope you're doing.
And how are you doing, Rose? Are you keeping well?
But yeah, Wesley Snipes, that movie, that was a trilogy too.
Yep, and I stuck to it.
Yes, and I don't know. It just seemed like it was a mixture for me, where old time vampire is going into the new electronic or the new type of stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
So, I mean, if I see it on TV, I will definitely watch it. You know, what's the one where, The Crow? What was it?
But that wasn't a vampire movie.
No. But it was a dark movie. The Crow.
Yes. Brandon Lee started in it.
Yes. Rose says, I, Rose, had the COVID for the second time, but better now. Well, I'm glad you're feeling better. I'll be honest with you, Rose. I had COVID myself, and there's nothing to joke around about.
I actually haven't had it.
You're lucky. But you know what? There's a lady. There's a movie out there, and I remember I was investigating a lot of houses. And there was a movie out, and it was called The Lady in Black. Okay.
Yes. And
the very next day after that movie was put out there, I got like 25, 30 emails about people seeing black. You know what I mean? So what keeps the paranormal very busy, okay, is some horror movies and stuff like that. And whoa, you all right over there, bro?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay, good. Is there anybody out there that has any questions for my brother? Yeah. They're going to be late. Okay, everybody, I am going to take a 1-minute commercial break, and then we'll come out and we will do the second half hour of the show. Be right back. Hey, welcome back to this second half hour of Into the Night with Sean Kelly. You have a great night too, Virginia. Thank you for stopping in and checking out the show. I just want to say that I am on UR Radio 105.3 Mississippi, 107. I think I got that right. A couple announcements here. Virginia See Through the Veil. She has a YouTube channel. Please go and look, go to our YouTube, and she has shows on stuff like that. And my friend Sean Haslett, his show comes on right after mine. Through a Glass Darkly with Sean Haslett, which is a good show. He was my guest last Tuesday, so it was all good. Rose wants to know, where are you guys located? We are from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Rose. And there's that strange noise again. Does anybody else hear that noise in the background? I don't know. But we'll just see what happens from there. So, Pat, what's going on, buddy?
A lot.
Care to share?
Oh, okay, hold on. I fell out of my chair. Getting excited. Oh, everything is going great. Like you said earlier, whenever there's a haunted movie that comes out, it seems like everybody has that in their house, or it's just funny. So anyway, getting back to me. I'm doing great. Everybody's doing great. Work's going well. I love what I do. Going to start up a bakery hopefully again next year.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go work in a haunted bakery. That would be good. When I work in a haunted bakery, just have all the spirits just do all the work for me. And, pay them in coins or something like that, give them a free haunting at another house or something like that.
Cindy says, yes, she hears it. Okay, it must be coming from me. I don't know why. Cindy, maybe it's that ghost. I'm not sure. Remember, this happened the last time me and you were on. But tell them what you wanted to do or what you wanted to start it with Gus.
Oh, yeah. See, I'm how would you say? I think everybody should have something like a ghost. Like if you're lost, this is for all the ghosts or spirits out there. If you're lost, unattached, and you're tired of the old haunting scene, well, I'm thinking of putting up a haunted house where you can go stay. It's going to be called the House for Wayward Ghost. Get a ghost from the 1800s, go, hey, how y'all doing? I just want to hang out here for a day or two, and then just leave. Mm-hmm. That's what it'll be great, because you got some spirits out there that are moping around like, I got no friends, and the haunting is getting old. So just go to my wayward house and just hang out and have fun. And also rent a ghost. I thought of this a while back, where you can actually rent a ghost. You come talk to me. I go, yeah, what kind of ghost you want? You want an imp? You want something on that lines? You want to go haunting? Give me I get you hooked up. If you want to go do a haunting or somebody like, Sean, I want to ghost to my house for a while. I got company coming over and I don't want them to stay. I'd take care of that. I could send you over 2 or 3 ghosts at the same time, but it's going to cost you,
When you first told me that about a house for wayward ghosts, I couldn't help but not laugh hard. I was to me it's funny. Rose says,
Now, I have a question for your crew out there. If a ghost sees himself in a mirror, is he really a ghost?
I must have been reading my mind because I was just going to say that to you. So
See, psychic.
everybody out there, Patrick has a question. If a ghost sees himself or herself in the mirror, does she or he think they're a ghost? If you want to come back and answer, that would be pretty cool. Rose says, have seen ghosts. Does this mean I have the gift of seeing ghosts? More than likely, yes, Rose. And you know what? It's okay to see ghosts. They're not afraid. Rose, this is how I put ghosts or spirits. They were human beings one time before. And usually, if they were nice people while they were living, then yes, they were going to be nice spirits. But if you had a really bad spirit, if you had a bad spirit or a bad person and he died, he's going to be a bad spirit. So yes, if you can see them, that's great. Welcome to my world. Cindy Simpson says, I would say no, like the vampire, don't see a reflection. Cindy says no, Patrick.
To what?
The ghost one. The ghost. Okay. And that's pretty cool. I don't know. It just, it must be the ghost that's in my computer or something because this is like really getting on my nerves. But that's a good question. That's a good question for a response. Yeah, I appreciate it. But we're going to be jumping around a lot, and what I want to ask my brother next, and I want to ask everybody in my room too. What do you think, Patrick? What do you think people in the room would watch the show? What do you think of animal spirits?
Oh, I believe them all. Yeah. Well, remember we used to do an investigation, and we got a lot of hits out at the animal cemetery, where they used to lay the animals at that.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I believe that some of them are around, watching out for us and stuff.
Do you think that they are guides then?
Oh yeah, they're guides. I do really believe that. As I'm pondering it. What was that one time we were on investigation? The lady had like two cats, and she had a bell around one of them, and we heard the bell.
Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah. So, for me, I draw 3 cards on my show at the end of my show, and it's the animal medicine cards, and they usually help people. I do it because I believe in animal magic. I believe in animal spirit guides. And you know why? Because I trust them more. You know what? I know what's going on, Cindy. It ain't the ghost. It's my earplugs. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me, Pat?
Yep. I can hear you.
This is crazy. Every time I have you on, this noise comes on. I don't know. Maybe it's the ghost that's attached to you. Rose says, have you ever watched the Dracula film? There's a lot of Dracula films. I saw them all, and it just seems like that they are based, except for the one with Wesley Snipes in it. But most of the Dracula movies, all the same thing. Who was the Dracula killer? They made a movie about
Van Helsing.
Van Helsing. That was a good movie.
Who claimed that he was Gabriel, the right? Who was he on the left or the right hand side of God?
Gabriel, he wasn't on. The only person on the right hand side of God was Mike. On the left side was Lucifer.
Oh,
Believe it or not, I ain't gonna get
oh,
into
I
it.
believe you.
You know, I don't know what. Cindy, do you have any? Cindy, please tell me what's going on with the computer.
Oh, I'm hearing it now.
It just happened. Yeah, I don't know. It's like driving me nuts. Cindy Simpson says, "Is a video playing on your computer? Sounds like a bleed over of two channels." No, hon, not at all. I have no games playing, nothing like that. Oh, I just heard a little woman's like scream. It's haunted. I'm getting that noise now. Wait a minute. No, I might. Okay, it seems like every time when I need to talk, but that's okay. I can deal with it. I've got people in my mind. So, do you have any questions for me, Pat?
No,
No?
if I did, I'll tell you. Wake you up in the middle. Oh, I do have something to tell you. When you years ago, to tell your peeps. Years ago, I was sleeping, and I want to know if anybody else has ever had happened to this before. And I'm walking in Dormont where we live, and I looked across the street, and there was a big walrus that was fighting a uh, a guy in African garb. And the next thing I know, he's right up to me, and he said, "I already killed you once." Remember me telling you that?
No, honestly,
Now, this
no.
was years ago when Mooney was still alive, and it was speaking Farsi, and I never tried to find out what Farsi was. I never knew it was a language, but I
Mhm.
looked it up, and it was from Upper Persia and stuff like that. Apparently, the walrus was an animal spirit or protecting me from this guy.
Oh, really? Okay,
Mhm.
that's pretty interesting. Now,
And I have another question for your peeps out there. Has anybody ever dreamed about reading headlines?
no, I haven't.
I have.
Any, then what did you come up with the dream about reading headlines?
Oh, nothing. Our friend Mooney just says, "Well, you're reading a newspaper that somewhere or somehow, I don't know, but it was just like I'll be sleeping and all of a sudden I'll see a headline and I'll read the article, then I would forget about it and I don't remember anything about it. Just that I saw a headline."
Well, I'll tell you, I had two crazy dreams. You know, and in the first one, I was across the street. Now, I'm actually in my dream looking at the street. I don't know what the hell's wrong with my damn. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, but I was in my dream, and that I was on the other side of the street. All of a sudden, I started seeing smoke and red and yellow and green lights in the backyard. And I'm thinking, what the hell's going on in the backyard? Now, everybody, this is a dream. This isn't, this was a real live dream. And so I went up, went into the back, and here it was a lot of, who are they? Swordsmen, Vikings in my backyard, in my dream, fighting each other. And I remember being in my house, and two Vikings came up. One Viking was a Viking girl. She had a mean look on her face looking at me. And another one was a male, and he was like the same way, running up the street, and it's like running up the steps. And he was me. I turned around and looked at my mom, and I said, "You know what? I think we need to call the police." And then the dream ended. But here's the crazy second dream that I had. I saw, and I was in this dream. Okay, there were two lions. There was one lion in our yard, another lion in our yard. The lion in our yard eating a person, and the one lion that was in my neighbor's yard the person was actually the lion. You know, so yeah, and that was like really cool. Cindy Simpson says, "Wow, that's really amazing." Lord, no, never dreamed of reading a headline. That's what Cindy's saying. I never dreamed about reading a headline. You know, so I don't know. I can still hear the noise. It's really crazy. It's like, you know what?
You might be on a different frequency or in the same frequency as somebody around their neighborhood.
But all my other shows, will tell you that this never
What about
happened.
last Tuesday? Did it happen last Tuesday?
Not at all. Only
So
when you were on.
you hear that noise.
You hear that?
No.
Wow. Rose says, "Have you seen, heard of Zach Bagans?" Yes. Yes, Rose, I have, and I don't like the person. Okay, I'll be the first to tell everybody I do not like him. I just don't like the way he investigates it. I don't like the way he treats his group members. I don't like the way he runs investigations. I don't like him. You know, and that's just me. And that's how I feel about Zach Bagans. You know, good for him. He's in Ghost Hunt. But you know what? He really, really did enough on other paranormal groups that were on TV. I don't know. The only person I really, really, truly like in paranormal investigations, please do not laugh, is me. Okay. I can't, it's hard for me to trust the other ghost shows on TV. I just have a hard time trusting them because I see how they do their investigation on TV, and I'm thinking, you know what? It's not like that. It is not like that. You don't do that kind of stuff on there. Cindy says, "Yes, sounds like a lady on the TV bleeding through your ear." It does sound like it. Wow. Now, I don't know what just popped into my head, Cindy, but I just like thought of aliens, or the federal government has a problem with me because they have done this before. Rose says, "Have you ever heard of Yvette Fielding?" No, I haven't, Rose. Not at all.
No.
Never heard of them. Patrick, what was your favorite investigation ever?
My favorite one?
Yeah.
Oh, there was a lot of them. I can't think of the one house that we did in another part of the city, and I've was down in the basement. I had to walk down the basement, the stairs going down. There was an old coal miner's house, old coal mine, and walking down the stairs, you had to actually go down backwards and crawl down the steps. And this is where you caught your photograph of the girl in the upstairs.
Yeah.
And I'm walking back up the steps or crawling up the bed, and there was a huge nail that was on the top step that wasn't there before, and everybody was up in the attic. I thought that was pretty decent. We didn't know who put that there, but they were all good. Some of the ones that were in funeral homes, Fry Funeral Home,
Yeah.
that was pretty decent. I actually saw a big bright orange orb behind the pulpit over in one of the in the old version, in the old part of the funeral home. There was one time we were all walking through spider webs down there, and there was no spider webs on.
Mm-hmm.
Or going into the one same thing down in the embalming room, freezing, but it was not cold. It was spiritual, supernatural cold, where you know it's in your chills in your body, but it's not cold outside or inside, but you just feel the coldness running through your body. And that was done in the embalming. So I say at the funeral homes, pretty decent.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, some of the houses, were, you could tell they were fake, like you were talking about. Or the copper wiring, it just depends. But the funeral homes, again, were the best investigations on there.
Rose Nolan says Yvette Fielding is a paranormal woman and she goes hunting with other people who are paranormal. Oh, okay. I'm going to have to check her out and see what's going on.
Is she from Ireland?
From Ireland, Rose? I don't think so. I don't know, Yvette. Cindy, have you ever heard of Yvette? But let's see. Oh, I wanted to ask you a question, but I kind of lost it. What is your favorite piece of equipment on an investigation?
Is that to me?
Yeah.
Oh. Best piece of equipment is yourself. Because you can always trust yourself. You can always trust your feelings of what's going on. Yeah, you got the EPM or the APH, but that could be anything. If you could trust yourself and you could trust your instincts, you're the best instrument on an investigation.
So you have to trust your senses.
Yep. All of your senses, your taste, your smell, your hearing, you're all you're feeling it has to be wide open. Now,
for me, and I used my senses when I went on investigations, and it was crazy because a lot of times we went to houses where you could actually smell or see on the tank, and we would ask the homeowners and their grandparents, where's grandmother, where's Jean Nate? And they would say yes. The other house that we did, we smelled coffee and cigar smoke coming from a chair, and their grandfather would smoke and have coffee in that chair. So yeah. And hearing, a lot of people, a lot of times we go do an investigation, and what will happen is, so we're using a K2 meter. We're not calling that spirits like you're here, like this machine up, and they're not lighting up. You ask them, can you knock on the wall twice if you know you were there? And usually that works. So you got your hearing, you got your smell. But Rose says, I can hear noise while you speak. I know it's really getting annoying, Rose. Cindy, I am truly sorry. It's annoying. Even if I take my headphones out, like you can hear me, still making that noise. So this has never happened. The only last time this happened was when I had my brother on again. So come on, everybody. What are you doing to voice, my brother?
I'm not doing anything. I can't hear it.
Everybody else can.
What did I tell you earlier? If you wanted to rent out a ghost, you see me. So that's what I'm doing. I'm throwing one of them out there.
Yeah, you've been throwing it out all night. Cindy says, Patrick Johnny, LOL. She's laughing. Rose says, I can hear you. Do not worry. Thank you, Rose. I appreciate that. And I want to thank you for coming in and listening from Ireland. I think it's like 2 a.m. over there, if I'm not mistaken. 2 or 3 a.m. But it's people like Rose that, that keeps the show going.
And same thing with everybody else. Cindy.
Yeah. So what I'm doing, ladies and gentlemen, people, the score of the Super Bowl, the 49ers and the Kansas City Chiefs 3. Okay, just in case you just wanted to know that during the third quarter. But Pat, listen, here's the deal. It is getting close to the witching hour. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any last comments that you would like to share to our people?
I mean, I think since the last time I was up here, I think you got a super duper listening people. Rose, thank you for stopping in from Ireland. Cindy, everybody, you guys are just incredibly awesome. And I actually look forward to doing this. See, because again, I'm a shy person. And this is the only way that I can talk is when I don't see you guys. But I could talk, but I'm shy. And it's my year. I'm a Leo dragon.
You're a Leo Dragon. Okay.
And it is the year of the dragon. But again, I want to thank everybody. I want to thank my brother for having me on. And the next time we need some music where I can sign off, or something on that lines to let everybody know that I was here and that I'm leaving because I am an awesome person. And everybody's out there awesome. So everybody stay out there and stay awesome.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Peace out, bro. Cindy Simpson says, hopefully Rose comes to the St. Patrick's Day show. That would be pretty cool. And Rose says, when are you on air again? I'm on Sunday nights, 8 to 9 Eastern time. And I'm on Tuesday nights, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. So Sundays and Tuesdays, Rose, I will be on. Okay. It's getting really late. I'm going to draw 3 cards, the animal medicine cards. You know the deal. You know the drill. Write these down, and after the show, Google them, and maybe these animals are with you now. Don't forget my friend Sean Hazlitt, his show Through a Glass Darkly with Sean Hazlitt is on right after me, 9:10 Eastern time. And don't forget Virginia Seeing Through the Veil. She has a YouTube channel. Check her out. And I forgot to mention my friend Michael Anthony. He has a show Sunday nights at 7. It's called America in Crisis. I also want to thank Carnation for sponsoring my show tonight. And I just want to thank everybody who came in and joined the show tonight. So on that note, I'm going to draw 3 cards and then write them down. The first card's going to be your future card, your past card, which is the hummingbird. Okay, can we see it? That's your past card, the hummingbird. Then we got the now card. The card now is the raven. Ooh, there we go. And your future, yeah, the noise stopped, huh, Cindy? Isn't that crazy? The noise stopped. And the future card is a skunk. Oop, there we go. So please write those animals down, and then afterwards, after the show's over, Google them. Like, what is skunk totem animal mean? What is that skunk part of your life? In other words. Again, I want to thank everybody for being on. Children, if you can, please go to your parents, give them a hug, and tell them that you love them. And parents, please go to your children, give them a hug, and tell them that you love them too. And if you don't have any children, or you have no parents, find somebody and give them a hug and tell them that you love them, because those 3 words, I love you, go a long way. And Rose has one more thing. Can you send out our notification when you are on live from Rose? Rose, go on Facebook and find the Pittsburgh Paranormal Society Facebook page. Here, let me type that in the comments here, okay? Pittsburgh Paranormal Society Facebook page. Okay, I'm typing it in now, Rose, so you can see it. Just, like that. Like, just go to that. And every time my show comes on, you'll know it's on there. But good night, Cindy. Thank you for being on. Rose, thank you for coming in from Ireland, and everybody else who listened to the show tonight. I hope everybody in the world who is listening to the show that you have a safe evening, day, afternoon, whatever time it is that you are listening to this show. And on that note, I want to wish everybody a good evening and happy hunting. Good night.